Hey, aloha everybody, and welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 199, and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. So today is the body worship show. I've been wanting to do this show for quite some time, and I even have a few notes because usually I don't script beach walks, but you know, there's so much going on with this topic that I want to make sure I get it right. And so I've got three people that inspired this show today. The first is the story about Katie Couric in the last week, where the CBS Photoshop wizards released a publicity photo of her where they took about 20 pounds off of her. And of course, in this day and age of the internet, it's really impossible to get away with little shenanigans like that. And that's the good news, I think, because it gives us a chance to talk about why would that be necessary to take 20 pounds off Katie Couric. Regardless of how you might feel about her, she has a huge following of people who love and adore her, regardless of what she weighs. So let's just set that aside. Next thing that came up on my radar was right now we're celebrating in Hawaii the Aloha Festivals, and the contest for Miss Aloha Nui requires that each entry weigh at least 200 pounds. So it's a very Hawaiian-style beauty contest in that it celebrates the traditional Hawaiian appreciation for beauty and large size. So traditional Hawaiian royalty, you know, the bigger the better, you know, several 100-pound women. And in the middle now, we have another person, Miriam, who is celebrating on her blog that she is now a size 16 and can buy clothes in a regular women's shop instead of having to buy clothes in the large women's shop. And so we have this huge spectrum of people dealing with body issues, and I suspect that every single one of you watching this has had some kind of a body issue, as have I, at some point in our lives. And that goes for men as well. You know, the baldness industry is huge. Of course, the blue pill industry is huge. And these are all body issues. And so I'm here today in St. Peter's Catholic Church, the little blue church that sits right on the waterfront here in Kona, to say, you know what, let's love our bodies, because let's face it, without our bodies, we wouldn't be here. And we wouldn't have the enormous pleasures that we experience through our bodies. So some of us experience more pleasure through eating and the wonderful taste of food, and that may be associated with being fat. Some of us get more pleasure from fitness, which is moving the body through space, and that tends to be associated more with thinness. Doesn't really matter for me. One of those isn't better or worse than the other. It's a question of finding your personal preference and then really respecting it and standing by it. So I think it's an interesting coincidence that right next door here is the Ku'emanu Heiau, which was the original heiau that was built to pray to the gods for good waves. It's actually a surfing temple. And so apparently it works, because right offshore here there's pretty steadily good waves, and we've got some great waves this morning. And I think it's an interesting sidebar that, you know, the early Hawaiians, and as I've been told, surfed, number one, they surfed naked, and number two, only the royalty were allowed to surf. So it kind of points out to me something that is the undercurrent of this show, which is that You know, the advertising industry might tell us that, well, we just put beautiful people out because it's biology. We know, in the animal kingdom that the birds with the beautiful plumage are the ones that survive and procreate. But, we have something as humans called consciousness. And consciousness says there's a lot more going on than your plumage. Have fun with your plumage, but that's not really who you are and what you are about. So thanks for joining me today. It's rather warm. I've got my lovely glow about me, and would prefer that I didn't, but you know what? We're celebrating the body today, so that's part of it for me for now. If you'd like to Skype and tell me what you think, it's Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, the number is 949-544-1456. And email, of course, is beachwalks@gmail.com. Aloha, everyone, and malama pono.